Hello everyone, and welcome to this week's recent finds video. Since these Oz wheels are from the last week and only 30 odd people have watched the video, these are the Oz wheels red bellies I found at Kmart last week. If you want, you can go back and see the video. This is the 1974 Holden HJ panel van. The 1972 LJ Tirana in the Highway Patrol livery like the HJ panel van was. This is a redo of the 1972 Holden HQ Monaro, aka the Mad Max Knight Rider car. This is the big rig version of the 1977 Holden A9X Tirana. The 1986 Holden VL Calais. Not that any Holden Calais was used as a police car, other than probably the police commissioner's vehicle. Another Holden A9X Tirana in this pale or baby blue. The Ford XB Falcon. And this not so lovely shade of pink. It'd look really good on a Tirana, but on a Falcon two-door. This 1974 HJ panel van, looking like an authentic police car from back in the day. This is the 1973 XB Falcon. This is the Sass Queen version. The 1969 Holden LC Tirana. And my favourite from this bunch, the blue Ford XD Falcon. Starting off with issue 34 of Australian Cars The Collection by IXO. We've got the Mazda RX-7 from 1979. And coming up in issue 35, there will be a 1955 FJ Holden. And it looks like a really good one too. This is the 143 model in this metallic green, which is similar to a Tomica one that I have. One thing I noticed, the license plates or number plates, whatever you prefer, look huge on this model. It's got no door mirror on the passenger side, which I thought is unusual, but the one on the cover of the magazine, which is an actual car on the inset picture, it doesn't have a passenger side mirror. So this model RX-7 is period correct to that car. And I do remember a lot of Ford Falcons that came out till as late as 1984 never had a left-hand side mirror or passenger mirror, so there you go. Quite nice. I don't know what the association is with Australia other than the fact they sold so many of these, I guess, when they were new. But as far as I know, none were ever made in Australia. I think they definitely did pretty well with the Alan Moffat versions on the racetrack, as well as various other drivers. They were quite a good little race car. A lot of opposition to them from the regular cars like your Commodores and your Falcons and that sort of thing, because, well, they were essentially a sports car in a way. Their body looked very aerodynamic. And with the big flares of a Group C car and front and rear spoilers, they were a great looking race car. I remember as a boy when my parents were looking at 6-seater passenger vans. We were at a Mazda dealership in Newcastle and I got to sit behind the wheel of a yellow RX-7 with the flares and spoilers on it, and remember how impressed I was with it. But we ended up going with a Ford Econovan, which was basically a badge engineered version of the Mazda van. So, yes. But the RX-7 got this custom 2018 Ford Mustang GT in this blue. And it's quite a nice blue. It looks purple. Nice coat of paint for a $2 mainline, but they do that a lot. This Mustang appeared in the 10-pack that I bought last week. So when I seen it on the pegs, I thought, oh, I've got to get that. They had a few of them too, so yeah. Don't know whether they'll be popular with others, but I like the look of this one. Got the Honda 750 CAF, or is it Cafe Racer? It doesn't have racer in the title, but that's what it is. Quite a popular thing, these, with some people. Look quite cool. If I'm not wrong, I think Billy Joel presented a show about these, because Billy Joel's a big motorbike collector. I noticed from an interview that I seen on Australian 60 Minutes, he's got a little museum and shop where motorbikes get built on his home island in New York. Now, this Nissan Skyline GTR, what is it, a 33? This has been around for a fair while. I just hadn't found one. Not a big fan of the graphics on this, to be honest. I don't mind the colour, but there's not a lot of detail with the tail lights or the headlights. Yeah, but still, it's good to have it in the collection. A Toyota GR86 Cup in this burgundy colour on a short card. These were on sale at my local Woolies. Oh, well, any Hot Wheels were on sale, and maybe Matchbox as well. They just never had anything that I picked up on sale. Pegs and shelves were clean, so anyway, this one's quite nice in the burgundy or maroon, whatever you prefer. The Ravenger ST. If you remember back to my 10-pack last week, there was a metallic blue fantasy car I couldn't remember the name of, and it's the Ravenger ST, but it was the metallic blue one. Not a bad fantasy casting, this one. Got some good stripes on it. Got this Lamborghini Gallardo LP 570/4 Superlegra. Not a big fan of the hypercars, but I do like the gold paint on this one. And I'm not a fan of gold cars, but this type of gold really stands out. I think this would have to be a Spectra Flame. Or if not, it's just a really nice gold. This is another colour variation for the 67 GT500 Shelby. Previous one was white. This one with black and gold. Looks quite nice. Now I'll go on to some Matchbox. Got this Lexus LS400. I thought on the box it was a nice metallic green, and it is. Some nice details in the tail lights, badging, and the front end treatment's quite good with the headlights and the grille. It's got a sunroof. Yeah, that's a good one. Got a 1940 Dodge V-Series truck. This is one I've seen on another channel, and I really want it because I love these old style trucks. You know, cream and apricot, I guess you'd say. Yeah, nice grille details. The headlights are a bit bug-like, but that'd be original to the car. It'd be cool if there was tail light detail, but then again, they probably wouldn't have been much back in the day. The paint's a little bit light in the tray, but the tailgate appears to have enough paint on it on the inside, which is good. We have the recolor. I have the recolor of the BMW 635 CSI in the wide body series, and it's still sporting the same tampos as the black or grainy metallic black version had, in gold, replicating the Australian JPS BMWs of the early 80s. This looks good in orange, but it's not as good as the original that Hot Wheels released. And got the 1983 Porsche 928S. Very happy to find this one. Yeah, it's a great casting. I like the off-road version of these that was done, but this one's better. Especially in red. And then there's this tuned version of the Mazda RX-3. Hadn't actually seen this one before anyway. I mean, obviously the white and the orange, but I hadn't seen the black yet. So this is a good pickup. I know a lot of people don't like tuned cars, and I can understand that. The roofs are just too big. But I don't mind them. This one's okay. And last but not least, I've added to the boulevards with this Nissan Primera from 94 that I was missing in the metallic green. Just need to get the yellow Lamborghini Diablo QV. Is it a QV? SV. Yeah, but that's a good one. It's funny that it's so hard to find, because when they did this in blue in a twin set, they were a real peg warmer. So yeah. But in the metallic green, looks really nice. And Castrol and Nissan sponsorship on this one. Yeah, quite popular in the Super Tourers series back in the day, as Australia called them. In Britain, they were just the British Touring Car Series. This is my definite highlight for the week, other than the Oswheels that I showed earlier. But this is definitely my favourite find. And then the Porsche, then the little Dodge pickup, the RX-3. Yeah, so that's it. Okay, I'll wrap up this video. My phone's running low on charge, so hopefully this will all get recorded in one lot. Once again, thanks for viewing. Appreciate all the viewers that tune in, the regulars especially. and welcome to any new viewers. Take care. I'll have another video for you again soon. Goodbye.